Are you nervous to have Schoena on today, or are you good?
No, I'm Teflon Don. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. And for a limited time only, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using code GYB50. That's how Alberta wins.
Oh, yes, you read it in the title. It's going to happen. Ladislav Smid on Got Yer Back and Schoena's revenge. Schoena Strudwick has been on this show before, but she's coming in hot tonight with some stuff to say because the big guy, he's been chirping for a few months now. And Schoena's about had it. She's ready to fire back. Oh, I love a Sunday night, off night pod. Welcome to Got Your Back, folks. This is going to be a fun one. Really happy that you're along for the ride. We're live on X. We're live on YouTube. We're even live on Twitch for the one or two of you that are watching over on Twitch. We appreciate you. And as always, our show is brought to you by our fabulous title sponsor, Timber House Developments, a leader in custom and infill developments with the knowledge and experience to bring your dream to life. If you're tired of cookie cutter, copy and paste designs with no soul, you got to go see the team at Timber House. Discover how naturally inspired living can make your life better. Take all the guesswork out of your infill project and work with experienced leaders. Visit timberhouse.ca. I'm sitting in my beautiful biophilic Timber House studio out here in Sherwood Park. It is a truly customized building experience when you go with the pros over at Timber House. As we welcome in Jason Strudwick, Chris Sabunia, no Brownie tonight, so that's why we're going to the bullpen and LadiSmid on standby, Struds. I'm excited to have Schmieder join the show here. I feel like it's going to be cooking.
He is honestly one of the favorite teammates I ever had. Not the best looking one, like let's be clear, but
right.
You don't have to be good looking to be a good friend. So he's definitely one of my favorite teammates of all time. So fun, such a great guy.
Zubie, Oiler fan perspective on Ladislav Smid, given you're our resident Oiler fan on the show.
I loved his game. I was a fan for sure. I loved the physicality. Not same level of offense kind of as Struddy, but I loved the way he hit guys out there. It was good stuff and so solid defensively. Goalies like those guys.
Now, Struds, would you say that when he played, conditioning and fitness were a massive priority for Ladislav Smid? Like, I remember being around him in the room, and I feel like he was a reasonably conditioned guy, like kind of in the mix there. He wasn't Ethan Morrow or Cogs or those guys, but he was in the mix conditioning wise, wasn't he?
Yeah, like he definitely did the testing, if that's what you're talking about. Was he at the top?
He showed up for the testing, right?
Yeah, he used to be proud of his bench press, and I think I beat his max with one arm one time. I'm like, just let me know when you're actually going to get the big boy weights on there. But I know that's pretty good shape, that guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I wonder if it's common that a guy reaches his peak physical form after he retires from the game. Schmieder and I actually became Facebook friends not too long ago. And I got to say, Struds, like I saw him shirtless in the locker room a few times. We'll bring up his Facebook profile picture. I do not recall this type of conditioning on Ladislav Smid back in the day. Oh, that's not it, Zubie.
There it is.
There it is, Jolie. So first of all, this is what he's putting out to the world on Facebook. I do not recall this level of conditioning when he was a professional athlete. This is a poolside flex we got going.
Yeah, you guys, he'll be mad that I say this, but his wife is a professional airbrusher. So she brushed this together and made him look like this. She obviously didn't make his legs bigger. Kept the legs the same size.
All right, Zubie, you can bring him in and let him defend himself, Zubie. Welcome to the show, the one, the only Ladislav Smid. Schmieder, I was only going to make you sit in the green room listening to us chirp you for so long, buddy. Welcome to the show. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. Finally, the ratings were down, and you need the big guns to bring it back up. First of all, I'm very offended you compare me to Andrew Cogliano. That guy, he doesn't come in a man size. He's a small, well, maybe
Well, he was
extra
on a
small
magazine cover,
human
though,
being.
wasn't he? Did you
Well-
not
well,
get
I'm-
invited to the magazine cover with him and
No,
Ethan Morrow?
I didn't. Well, they needed one little midget in it, so they asked for Cox. So yeah, I remember that it was Sheldon Surrey, Ethan Morrow, and Cox. Yeah, poor
Yeah.
Cox. Yeah, I remember how nervous he was. But yeah, for a
He
little
was, yeah.
guy, he had a pretty good physique.
Yeah.
Back to Struddy's comments about the bench press. Sure, he out bench pressed me, but also they needed to change the pipes underneath the Rexel place every time he stick handled the puck. So that's why. He was little. He didn't have the softest hands, but yeah, good for you, Struddy, outlifting me.
I wasn't allowed to touch the puck. Not even a warm up. Just skate hard.
You
get
and
a good
me.
sweat on.
Hey, you and me, buddy, same boat in the same boat. But,
Yeah.
no, I appreciate the introduction. Thanks for the picture. Well, too bad I'm married because it would get me
Yeah.
a lot of attention. Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully my wife is not listening right now.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. You kind of the part that made it actually decent with the kids and family. Now you make me, you made me look like some kind of gigolo, minus the face, Freddie. I know.
Well, I wasn't. Listen, I was willing to embarrass you without your permission. I had no problem doing that, but I
love it.
wasn't going to splash your wife and kids all over the show without your permission. So that's why I had them nicely cropped out there. But
I
well
appreciate
done,
it. I
laddie.
appreciate it.
Yeah, we all got to prioritize certain things in retirement, and for you, it crunches and flexing. So that was impressive stuff, buddy. Listen, thanks for joining us on the show, pal. We really appreciate it. We got to talk some hockey here. We got lots of questions coming in on our YouTube stream as well. So, Zubie, there's a couple there for Schmieder, and make sure we give a few people a couple chances to ask Laddie some questions. So, Zubie, chime in when some come in, and we can get to those as well. But for now, let's get to our breakdown brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Hockey lives at the Canadian Brew House during every Oiler game day. At Edmonton and area locations, enter to win Oiler home game tickets at Rogers Place, plus enjoy $1 off Molson Canadian and Coors Light tankards, 30-plus beers on tap, 50-plus TVs at all locations. It is a great spot to watch a hockey game. It is the Canadian Brew House. So, Schmieder, I think the big question that I've been asking, and a lot of people have been asking me from outside the market, is it's 3 years in a row where the Oilers are off to a not great start. They're just not themselves, right? But the last two, they go to the Stanley Cup final. They're able to flip a switch. They're able to turn it around and get there. We've seen some better signs lately, but I have to ask you, do you feel that this year's poor start and the signs that have come with it are any more alarming than either of the previous two? Are there different alarm bells going off for you?
Unfortunately, I have to say yes. I'm always standing behind them. I still believe that they are better than they're showing right now. But last 2 years, it just had a different feel. Like even the changes they made in the offseason, I think the locker room and especially the locker room lost some valuable voices, some veteran presence, and obviously some size on the ice. And I don't think they were able to replace it with with the same kind of talent or leadership. People might not agree with me, but this is my belief, and I think we are seeing it. That's the one part of it. The other thing is, I've talked about it in the different shows that I don't think the whole team bought in so far on the defense, in the defensive side of hockey. It's been like I know Edmonton Oilers are always known for offensive team, high octane team. So I would never worry about them in that sense, but the defensive side is a little bit alarming for me. And I know everybody likes to blame the goalie, but if I'm a goalie right now for the Edmonton Oilers, minus the game yesterday, which was much better team effort, but if I'm goalie for Edmonton Oilers, I'm worried as well. Like people ask me like maybe the team is not playing as hard for Skinner as they should be because they don't trust him. I don't think that's the case, because if I'm Skinner, I'm questioning the defensive side of Edmonton Oilers, how much they're in on it. Like I said, I know I will never question, or never gonna be worried about if they're gonna be able to generate offense. They will. They're just way too good. But they have to buy into the defense. And I'm not just talking about defense as a defenseman. I'm talking about 5-man unit, buying in, making it mandatory to play defense, back check hard, play hard around their net, be responsible in their own zone with the puck, without the puck, attention to the detail, all that stuff.
Yeah, Laddie, that's something that we've been talking about a lot, is the play away from the puck, defensive side. So when you played, or now that you're coaching, which is great for our city, but also for your home country, like, how can you get people to understand that and get them to buy into doing all those things you talked about? Because I'm sure the coaching staff saying, "Hey, we got to do all the things that Laddie just laid out for us."
When I talk to the players that I coach, I say, "Do you want to play offense? How fast do you want to play offense? How much energy do you want to have to be able to play offense?" Well, they are like, "Well, what is it?" It's like, as soon as you lose the puck, the offense basically starts. You need to be hungry for the pucks. You need to try to get it back as soon as possible. It starts with the good details. It starts with the work ethic, moving your feet. One guy always on the puck, second one close by. I just feel with the Oilers, it's been disconnected. It's sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Well, one person is looking at the other, what the other person is gonna do. No, you be the guy. As soon as you lose the puck, you're closest to the puck. Hunt it right away. Get the puck back as soon as possible. And guess what? You're back on the offense. And that's the enjoyable part, right? Like, if you're just chasing the puck, you're not playing without the puck. It's mentally draining. It's physically draining. And it goes nowhere. So yeah, this is how I explain it to the players that I coach.
Laddie, one of the things that Stan Bowman prioritized was a specific type of defenseman. So he felt that they needed to have defensemen that could move the puck up to the forwards as their core skill. The number one priority was to bring in puck-moving defensemen to put it on the sticks of their forwards. No offense, Struddy, but no tree trunk, defensive-minded, big, strong shutdown guys. No guys that are those pure defenders at heart. And so, question here from Gong Show. Bowman is said to prioritize puck mover defensemen. Do you think the Oilers need a stay-at-home cycle buster, net clearing type defenseman? So Gong Show is asking on the Weiss Johnson YouTube chat here, do you think they need that? Or are you okay with the way that Stan Bowman has constructed it?
I think it's all about balance. Usually like when you look at around the league, usually the deep pairs are balanced. One guy is a little bit more puck mover or more offensive minded. The other guy is, let's say, a little bit more stay at home, I'd say. But these days, like, I don't really see like totally guys out there that they cannot make a 10-foot pass. Just some guys are a little bit more gifted offensively. But I don't mind our defense. I just our defensemen. I just feel like they're underperforming at the time. I don't think the puck moving is the issue. I feel like it's the defensive side right now. So maybe there's something to it that some guys are making a priority to play more offense than the defense. And I know, like I mentioned it before, it's Edmonton Oilers is well known for being super offensive. So the forwards, they want the puck. But what I'm seeing sometimes too, not just yesterday's game, but the games prior to that, I felt like even with the puck, when the defense is under pressure with the puck, the forwards, sometimes they're leaving the zone too early. There's a big gap between the defense and offense. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's always on the defense to transporting the puck to the forwards. It's on the both sides. They have to support each other a little bit better.
When Mattias Ekholm got here, I felt that's when they started embracing winning with good defense, because they have been a good defensive team, shutting teams down. The penalty kill's been really good. And so I think they developed a culture where they all said, this is how we do it. So, we can talk about players coming and going, but the core group here, and, you can look at, obviously Bouchard, McDavid, Nurse, Ekholm, Nuge, Hyman. They're the core of this team, and how they play is how everyone else responds. And I worry when I look at this team, that those guys aren't pushing that culture on the other guys. I'm not talking about leadership, but it's just, this is the culture we play with. This is how we do it. And that's when they've been at their best, Laddie. So, where does that start? Is it just, like I've said, maybe they're just waiting. Like they know that this doesn't really matter. They're going to make the playoffs. They'll get a couple players and they'll take another run.
Yeah, but I agree to a certain point, but how long do you want to wait? Like I know I always joke around, the season starts after the Christmas, but what if it's not going well for another month or 6 weeks? Then you're kind of scrambling. You're falling more and more behind. You wanna, and like you wanna approach the playoffs at the right time, with the right mentality. But I don't think right now, like we haven't seen really the Oilers yet this season, in my opinion. There has been some flashes, but so far it's been so, and the record shows it too. But it's, even if the record would be what it is right now, and the team would have like stretches playing consistently, good defense, and there wouldn't be as many question marks, I would be okay with that. But that's not the case. That's why I'm a bit more worried than the previous years. But I agree with you, Struddy. It starts with the core, and not like the previous years, everybody's always looking up to Connor and Leon, and they're still like producing like crazy. Let's be honest. But like, why does it always have to be them? There's other guys. Like I'm glad Nuge is back in the lineup. Yesterday, great game for him. Like I think that's another guy they need back desperately in the locker room, on the ice. He brings total like bunch of different elements to the Oilers. But yeah, then you have Ekholm, then you have Darnell there. So like other guys, Hyman, like these guys, Adam Henrique, like he's been around for forever. So like those guys, if Leon or Connor are not going the way we're used to at times, other guys have to step up. It's not just up to them, man. Like you named the whole core. It's like 7, 8, 9 people. So like let's just do it. Don't look left and right. Look in the mirror and do it yourself.
We've debated a lot about the style of play and Chris Knobloch and physicality or lack thereof within this lineup, Laddie. I want to get to a core adjustment here. And our core adjustments are brought to you by HSE Core Services. From creating and managing safety programs to audits and those required contractor registries, HSE Core keeps your business compliant so you can keep working. Visit www.hsecor.com for more information. Laddie, I have felt that the Oilers have had a lack of gamesmanship for some time now. During the regular season, we know they ramp it up for the playoffs. I noted often last year that they weren't a very physical team, that if they came out flat, nobody would go and try and get things going with a few big hits or, those energetic moments, that gamesmanship that players could bring. I find that lacking in this year's group, but I've also been pretty critical of the head coach in that he doesn't seem to demand it from his players or reward guys that show it. It's a fairly docile group to my eye, and that's been kind of allowed to fester by the head coach. Is that fair of me to make that suggestion? And what do you see in the personality of the group?
Man, like I don't know. Like I don't know what's happening behind the closed door. So, but if I'm just a fan and I look at it like like everybody else, yeah, it might seem like that. But like again, as a player, I don't know. Like I had coaches who were completely calm on the bench, didn't say much, just low voice. Behind closed doors, totally opposite. Held, they held the people accountable. They were hard on people. So I don't know. I don't want to judge or I don't want to assume. But back to your point, like yes, man. For me, I mentioned the defense, right? So for me, it starts around your own net. That's where you show, like PK and in front of your net. That's where you show the character of the team, how tough you are, how disciplined you are, attention to the detail. Like when I look at this group this year, the amount of goals that have been scored around our net in a blue paint slot area, how easy it is to penetrate the middle of the ice, to get to Skinner or Pickard, it's crazy. There's yesterday there was way more like they were pushing back Seattle. Yep. They answered a bell. like, I don't know what happened. I think they must have had some kind of meeting, maybe just the players meeting, but it was totally different group right off the bat, right off the hop, start of the game. They were pushing Seattle. They were physical. They answered a bell. They weren't okay with Marchman running around and hitting Nurse. They were tough around the net. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be just one off. But I agree with you. Like for most part this season, there hasn't been like anybody really consistent, really, who would be hitting, who would be tough to play against, who would, once in a while, like I know the league is not about fighting anymore. Like it is what it is. But once in a while, to send a message to the other team, stand up for your teammate, or if you have a bad game or the game is not going your way, my God, Struddy, do you remember back in the day? Like even more so, you're much older than me, so if the game is out of hand by 4 or 5 goals, what's gonna happen? It would be a shit show out there, and like I haven't seen it really, man, so far, except for yesterday's game where couple of the fights, guys were going after Marshman because this is not okay, buddy. This is not gonna fly, even though he didn't answer the bell. But I like the effort yesterday much more. But yeah, I like for most part so far this season, they're not soft. I'm not gonna call them soft at all, but it needs to get tougher. It needs to hurt to come in front of your net. It needs to hurt. If you want to score a goal, you need to be ready to lose your hands or have a broken back. And I know the referees call everything these days, but it should really hurt.
So Ladi, I think back to my jump from junior to AHL, then AHL, NHL. For me, the jump was a lot harder from junior to AHL. Now I played 2.5 years in the AHL, so I was ready to go to the NHL. I'm not saying I was an all-star in the AHL, but I felt the jump wasn't as high. Everyone does their job in the AHL. So when you look at Connor Clattenburg and the way he's come in, and I think the biggest compliment you can give a player is when you say, I thought you played more. He's played like 6-7 minutes a night. I'm always like, geez, did he play 10 minutes tonight? And it's like 6 or 7. You're like, what the hell's going on here? So, maybe speak a little bit to your experience moving up to the various leagues. And then with Clattenburg, there's, who knows, Kapanen could be out for a little bit here. So how would you handle this, live hand grenade that they're throwing out on the ice?
Man, I have him in the lineup. Like, I don't care who is coming in or out, like, but okay. Not him. Like, you can afford to have a guy like that on the fourth line, like you said, 6-7 minutes. And the reason you feel like he's playing more because you feel him every single shift. With other guys, sometimes you don't notice them. And don't get me wrong, when somebody told me they didn't notice me in the game when I was playing, that was a compliment. For defensemen, that's a real compliment. You didn't screw up anything. That's a compliment. But for a forward, like, I want to feel you. I want you on a forecheck. And he's that type of guy that the Oilers were missing. I firmly believe that. I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. Guys are getting healthy. But for me right now, he's shown us in, 2 games, I think, that he belongs. And like, he brings energy. He finishes hits. Nothing fancy. He scored his first goal. That's instant karma. The way he got rewarded right away because he plays the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been interesting. We'll see what happens from a roster standpoint. If they get healthier, it's going to be a bit here for Roslovic, I think. So they probably have a little bit of room to keep playing him out there. And I like it. I like the way he's kind of slow played it. He didn't go looking to take instigators and get ridiculous and find a fight the first chance he got. Like, he slow played it. He made somebody come to him. I think he's shown some maturity with the way he's come in and tried to apply himself. And I think the players probably have noticed it and appreciated it too, right? A lot of times I imagine you bring up that kid from the minors that's all about that, and guys are just like, oh boy, here we go, right? He hasn't done that. He's played hard, he's played physical, and he's played pretty honest for the most part. Laddie, Evan Bouchard, we talk about him a ton on this show. Listen, he got off to a rough start this year, and we were really hard on him. He's always had really nice underlying numbers. His game is really coming around. He's been much, much better. Final thought here on the current team, Laddie. Like, what is your overall takeaway on the contract, the player, and the commitment that the Oilers have made to this guy and his value?
Whew. I have mixed feelings about Evan Bouchard. Like everybody else. Don't get me wrong, guys. Like offensively, honestly, he is on probably top 3 for me, offensive defenseman, maybe top 2. Like the way he is able to extend plays, no panic whatsoever, offensive on the blue line, last guy. That's why Leon and Connor loves to play with him, because he's the last guy on the blue line under pressure. He just fakes one way, goes the other way. Like I said, extend the plays, no panic button. But the same panic button that he doesn't have for offense, he doesn't have for defense, unfortunately, in my opinion.
Well
like
said.
there is no like urgency sometimes. It looks, I get like why fans, or sometimes even me, I get frustrated. It looks like a lack of effort. It's just like, I don't know. I don't even think that he thinks about it. It's just what it is. But I feel like you can afford one guy like that on your defense, as long as he's producing. That he's producing on a power play 5-on-5. He's making some amazing plays. But he is kind of like Erik Karlsson. In my opinion, you just have to pair him up with somebody who is like really defensively sound. I thought Ekholm didn't have the greatest start of the season. Obviously he was injured a lot, so it looked even worse this year. With some of the efforts, because Ekholm wasn't there to bail him out. So, but I think Ekholm's gonna get better. I believe it. He just needs a little bit more time. He's got hell of a career behind him. I don't. He's not gonna get any faster, obviously, with the age and injuries. But with the experience, he's smart. He can, like I said, he can bail him out. I'm okay with Bouchard's contract, man. Like the cap's gonna go up. I'm fine with that. The guys are gonna be signing ridiculous deals moving forward. I'm okay with that. The one thing that's I'm like not sure about with Bouchard is being like starting PK or being on a PK a lot. Like I would, my opinion, I'm not a coach. Like I'm not gonna be telling them what to do, but in my opinion, if you have a guy like that, I would save him more for offense. I would give him, I'd say, a little bit easier minutes, not necessarily force him to be the first guy out there killing penalties. I think you have better players there to do that job. So you can save a little bit of energy and let him focus more for offense. For me, also, like I'm not sure if he's the guy. He should be like facing the top lines from the opposition. Like sometimes it's gonna happen, but why? Why? You can, especially at home, you can control that matchup, and give him more opportunity to produce offense, which he does anyways. But that's just my take on him. Like I said.
Great perspective. No, that's all very fair stuff and really well said. That was awesome. That's our core adjustments, brought to you by HSE Core Services. We normally do Ask Us Anything right at the end of the show, but since we have Ladislav Smid here, we got to give people a chance to ask him some questions, and we're also going to get a Got Your Back story from Ladislav Smid. So Ask Us Anything, brought to you by BJ Electric Supplies. Founded in 1976, BJ Electric Supplies is a full-line distributor providing quality wholesale electrical products for use in industrial, commercial, and residential settings. Proudly owned and operated in Edmonton. Visit bjelectric.ca. Zubie, the people were hopping. Lots of action they threw towards Ladi. So why don't we... Oh, we got two Struds again.
Hold on, we got the double Struddy.
Wow, two Struds and a Rob Brown. Yeah.
That's not enough.
I'm going in front of that. There we go. Everything's
there
fixed.
You go. And just so everybody knows, that's my fault. That's not on Zubie. I'm the one that threw the Ask Us Anything segment in last second, so I told him to adjust on the fly. That is not on Zubie at all. That is on me. Zubie, what are the people wanting to ask Ladi?
Okay, well, we'll go with this one first from Puffy Lover, because he came in with the very first question to Ladi. He says, ask Ladi if he ever told Hemsky to shoot the effing puck.
Never. He wouldn't listen to me anyways. Hammer is Hammer. Struddy knows. He's his own person. Love him dearly, but he was always pass first, shoot second. And I don't think he ever like really shoot, he would just dangle the goalies. What I remember,
Yeah.
but he would, yeah, very rarely he would shoot. Yeah, like he would make he would make guys look silly 1-on-1 or goalies. One of the smoothest hands I've witnessed.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wasn't a shoot first guy.
I covered that guy Struds his entire career in Edmonton. I don't think I saw him work on a one-timer once in the entire
Have you seen
time
his stick?
he was here.
Have
Yeah.
you seen his stick?
Yeah.
His blade was this big. I'm not
Yeah.
Struddy, I'm not talking about you. Don't worry. His blade was this big. His stick was like a toothpick. So, Struddy did. No.
What else you got, Zubie?
Continuing on that end, Ace wants to know, was Hemsky the most talented forward you ever played with, or do you have another name that comes to mind?
Man, I have to say yes. And I know people will be like, I feel like when you look at Hammer's stats, you would think that he would have more points because the stuff he was able to do on the ice. You know, like you would think he would be a point per game kind of guy. He wasn't, but yes, man, like his skill was crazy. And even in a practice, like people don't realize like how fast he was and how smooth. Like when I say he made guys look silly, he made me look silly in a practice several times. Very, very smooth. Very dangerous. But once in a while, when he tried to do 1-on-1, especially Robin Regier had his number. Do you remember?
Did he ever?
Oh God!
It's like
a tunnel of doom.
Right?
That's
like
what Ron Regier called it, the tunnel of doom. And he said, I'd wait for Hammer to come down. And he goes, I just loved killing that guy. And he could hit hard.
Oh man, he would like lift him up off the surface and just like throw him in the corner, man. Like
Hammer never shied away though. He kept going there all those years. He did not shy away once.
I know.
No,
but
like Hammer, very brave. Like one of the toughest guys. Like Australia. Like he's not the biggest guy or the strongest guy, but
no,
he was so tough. Like he would always get up after a big hit. But like whenever we would go to Calgary before the game, he would be like sitting there quiet, and we would be like giggling. He's like, "Hey, Hammer, what's going on? Regier, hey." He's like, "Beat it, guys, beat it." Like honestly, that was the only guy in the NHL that had Hammer's number. Honestly, like he just knew how. Like I don't know if he watched video of Hammer where he's gonna go, or like he read him perfectly, like demolished him once or twice a game, and that would be it. Then Hammer would be going the other way somewhere else. But like he had his number.
Yeah, okay, Reggie loved it.
Here's a good one, and I haven't been able to screen all these or vet them, so you can say pass or tell me if there's nothing here. But Loose Mesh Pod says, can you ask him about telling the story about hitting Tom Rennie with a puck in practice? Is that fair game to discuss here?
It was so I don't know where it was, but I remember that we were working on the saucer passes. So like I was never a really skilled guy, so that it was probably dumb thing to do to start with before the practice. And hold a second. Hey guys, I'm sorry. Kids.
No, you're good, buddy. No stress.
Yeah. So we were practicing like the Zamboni just ended. I'm going back and forth. I don't know with who, like a high saucer passes. And I am receiving the saucer pass, and Tom Rennie is talking to somebody behind me. It just like touches the ice, like tips off top of my blade, goes behind, hits Tom right in the forehead. Or like somewhere here, like he was bleeding. He was I think he had some stitches, but more importantly, he was concussed and he couldn't coach, man. Like he was out for a bit. It is a true story, man. Like I totally forgot about it, but I'm laughing at it.
I feel like I remember it.
I felt so dumb and small. I'm like, oh my God, this is all my fault.
Yeah.
And then we had to leave the ice. I was like, my God, lad, you're an idiot.
Killed the coach.
Struds, did you have one for Laddie? Struds, did you have one?
Yeah, I've got one here. So
okay, one more, Laddie, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, so like let's be honest. Your face looks like a half melted candle. And I was looking over your hockey DB bio, I can't believe you're only turning 40 this February 1st. I honestly thought you were just a couple years younger than me. So I don't know if that's I've aged well or you're aging in dog years. First off, 40 is a big one for you coming up, buddy. But geez, what's going on, old dog?
Well, so you're assuming you're hitting 60 soon. So I'm not like 55. So. But based on your hairline, buddy, that's like it's time to let go. You know, like.
Well, you were my partner. You pulled my hair out. I was stressed all the time.
True that. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be 40, man. Like I can't believe it.
40.
Like, based on my Facebook picture, as you could see, like people usually say 28, 30, and you know. I'm like, yeah, like hold back, guys. And usually somebody's rubbing off me too. You know, like
it's an aggressive.
It's a pretty good picture. But yeah, man,
it's
like,
a pretty aggressive profile pic. It's aggressive.
Well, I didn't think about it that way, but now you mention it, yeah.
You
like
did. You did.
Yeah,
Oh, just no which one? Oh, any old picture here.
That's an original picture. But guys, I'm gonna be celebrating my 40th birthday away from my family. Like I got a tournament in Czech, so I'm gonna be celebrating with my mom and my dad, not with my kids.
Nice.
Maybe that's not a good
nice.
Thing, but yeah.
But yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, have a great time, man.
It's
That's
gonna be
amazing.
fine.
40 years old. That's awesome, buddy. You're gonna want to stick around afterwards, by the way, because if you just listen to the show after, because Shauna's coming on, and I know you know Shauna well, and you're a fan. She gets a chance to have her say tonight.
Oh man, like I don't know what Struddy did to her, but I'm sure it's gonna be a revenge. I saw Shauna. My favorite memory of Shauna is at the Red Piano Bar singing "Summer of '69."
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Struddy? It was I think it was a Christmas party.
It was
also
an Oilers
sang.
Christmas party. All the front office staff, and she wasn't even drunk, which was crazy. She just got up there sober.
Yeah, she wasn't drunk. Oh, that's okay.
Incredible.
Well, she was all over me, so she was sober. Okay, good. Oh my gosh. I thought she was drunk, but now I guess. But
there you go. No excuses. We'll have to run that past her. Yeah, she'll be coming on the show soon. We'll ask her about it. All right, Laddie, before we let you go, the name of our podcast is Got Your Back. We love when we have people on the show for the first time. We can ask them for their Got Your Back story. We want to know about a time in your life where you were going through it and somebody came up big for you. Somebody had your back. So what is Ladislav Got Your Back story?
Oh man, that would be a long one, but I'll about 3 years ago, I retired from hockey and I moved from Europe to Canada, and I just hit a rough patch, and like playing hockey, like you have fun, you have some drinks, but that's kind of stuff got out of hands after I retired, and I was drinking a lot, I was doing drugs, and I hit the rock bottom. One day I came back from the restaurant with my wife. She didn't know I was on a 3-day bender, basically, and I had a seizure at home in front of my parents. They were just visiting from Czech. I had a seizure, like pretty bad one. Everybody thought I had stroke, and it was really bad. I don't remember anything for like hour and a half. I didn't remember who I was, my name, where I was. I didn't recognize my family. I kind of came to when I was in an ambulance, and this stuff was going on for like 6 months. Nobody knew. I was hiding everything from everyone. Like I said, rock bottom, vicious circle. After that, man, like I kind of broke down and in the hospital to my wife and my mom. They were in absolute shock. So I went to rehab, and the lesson I learned there was ask for help. Don't think this is something you have to go through by yourself. And who got my back was my family, especially my wife. She stood by my side, like crazy. Like I owe her everything, and she stayed home. Like we have 3 kids, and everybody supported me, man. Like my family at the home in Czech, my wife here. Even my ex-wife, like she supported everybody, like even the community here in Edmonton, everybody, but mostly my wife. I don't know what I would do without her. She She took care of everything about our house, our kids, everybody, dogs. Like I couldn't thank her enough. And it's like everything, like up to that point, everything was going like you hit some high and lows, but up to that point, I never really hit the bottom. And I did it, man. Like I honestly, I got lucky. I got second chance, but it wouldn't be possible without those people around me. I get emotional a little bit talking about it still, but like you always, like I feel like every strong man needs a strong woman next to him, or a strong kind of like the surrounding cast. Like I said, my kids are there for me. I talk to them about what happened to daddy, so they know. My mom, my dad, it was a huge shock because trust me, in Europe, like alcohol is like, that's a part of the culture, but drugs, that's like something at first they were so ashamed. They didn't understand why I was doing that. Why would I do it? I fairly happy childhood, played in the NHL, everything, but I had some inner demons that I didn't know how to handle. Now I know how to handle them. I'm not saying that everything is behind me. There's no problems ahead. There's always going to be problems, some up and downs. But now with a clear head, I know how to deal with that. The reason I'm so shredded is because I have my own routine. It's part of my recovery. Shredded. So I replace one addiction with another addiction. But honestly, guys, it starts with who is standing beside you, and that's my wife and my wife.
Oh, it's amazing.
So, Ladi, honestly, buddy, I'm proud of you, and you are one of my favorite teammates of all time. Honestly,
likewise, Struddy. Likewise, I always tell everyone.
And I'm glad to hear you're doing well. See you around, and
thank you.
I'll try not to give your wife an extra long hug next time. That was awkward the last time, so I'll step away.
Ladi,
she probably liked it. I got lucky that night.
I
don't know who she was thinking about, though.
You too. Jeez, you too. Nothing's off limits with you guys. You can't see our YouTube stream here, Ladi, but I just want to share with you. We have an amazing audience here on Got Your Back. Our live audience is incredible, and the notes that are coming in of support for you. I'm talking about your wife. You locked down a great one, Ladi. Salt of the earth, brother. Thank you for sharing, Ladi. You're the man, Smid. So glad life is good now. Good for you. Happy you are well. Love you as part of the Edmonton family. So lots of Got Your Back love to you. Thanks so much for sharing that story, buddy. And don't be a stranger. You come back on and join us again soon, okay?
Anytime, guys. Anytime. I really enjoy it. You're awesome, both of you. Love you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
You're the best, Ladi.
We'll talk soon.
See you later.
That is Ladislav Smid joining us here on Got Your Back. What a great segment. Thanks, Ladi, so much for joining us. All right, Struds, we are deep into this segment, and we're keeping your wife waiting. So if she wasn't already going to be angry enough at you, now we have made her late to her evening routine. Right. So we're going to get to break. And then Schoena Strudwick. I don't know that we'll ever have a better duo of guests. Ladislav Smid, Schoena Strudwick. It's an epic night here on Got Your Back. Stay with us. At Modern Measure, every item of clothing starts from scratch and is designed from the ground up, based on both your style preferences and current fashion trends. Their clothing is fully designed to give you the exact look you're looking for, down to the smallest details and customization. The Modern team will work with you to make sure that you not only look and feel great, but make the most of your investment. On the ground floor of Edmonton Tower downtown, Modern Measure.
Choosing to buy a home is one of the biggest financial and personal decisions you'll ever make. It's a decision that requires strategic planning, market expertise, and a trusted advisor to guide the way. The team at Body Realty with Royal LePage AR team combines deep market knowledge, forward-thinking guidance, and exceptional dedication to make the process effortless and stress-free. Where every client is treated like the only client, visit BaddieRealty.com, a real estate group like no other.
Oh boy, that was almost an epic entrance by Schoena Strudwick.
Coming in
Mics
hot.
are hot, Schoena. Mics are live.
This mic gets spicy.
Luckily we're in commercial break. Yeah, it's getting spicy already, folks. Welcome back to Got Your Back. Let's get to our takeaways, shall we? Revenge of Schoena. We're going to call this segment Schoena's World. Brought to you by Shandos Construction. Shandos doesn't just hire talent, they invest in it. 100% employee owned, so when their people grow, the whole company grows right along with them. Ready to build something that matters? Apply now at shandos.com/apply. We have heard a lot about her in recent podcasts, in particular in Struddy's segment, Struddy's World. There's been some complaining. There's been talk of a number of annoyances that he has aired out publicly. And I think it's only fair that she have the opportunity to come in and have her say. Zubie, we got Schoena?
We got her.
Oh, do we have you too, Zubie?
Yeah, I'm around.
Talk about airing our dirty laundry, big. Like,
Which one?
Well, your underwear for starters.
Well, I look good in it. I mean, everyone knows and acknowledges it. It's not new.
Yeah.
So, Zubie, you'll have a better recollection of this, but there's a couple of instances that came up on the show that we felt we needed to get Schoena's. So, Zubie, I don't know if you want to run us through your memory. Like, what was the underwear story again, Zubie?
Well, I guess my Cole's notes of it would be that Schoena threw out a bunch of Struddy's underwear that were not quite ready to be thrown out yet, and didn't purchase new ones. And then when she did, it was the wrong size. They had to be taken back. And Struddy felt very strongly that those underwear were not yet ready to be thrown out.
Schoena, your side of the story here, like he was hard on you for that one.
When I'm folding underwear and all that's left is a waistband, they're gone. And I don't know what he does in his underwear. That's on him. But when I'm folding laundry and it just says Calvin Klein and it almost looks like the 1970s curtain you'd walk through, that's not for me.
Do you think Mark Wahlberg's wife makes those decisions? I doubt it. He and I are in line with this. We both wear black CK underwear. That's what we do. We're known for.
Yeah, and he's 5'5". He's my height.
It doesn't matter.
So
I like short people.
clearly,
I hang out with you.
you clearly like short people.
Do you throw underwear in the stocking, Schoena? Is that like a yearly thing for him? Or you got a chance to make good here with the stocking this year?
I have. And what's terrible is I've tried to like push him out of the envelope. And I know he shared this. He will only wear black Calvin Klein underwear. Like I was trying to level him up one year and I bought him black. Oh, what's that?
Saks?
Oh, yes,
Saks.
And they'd come highly recommended. And I think they might have had a cool pattern on them or something. And he's like, I only wear black Calvin Kleins. Like, oh, pardon me. So
That's picky. What's the issue? If she's trying to gift something to you and little variety, she has to look at them.
That's what I'm known for, right? Would you change golf balls you use on the course? No. Use the same tight black underwear that has been working for me for years. We're probably 32 years deep into this whole situation.
oh my God.
Okay, well, I don't think we're going to settle this one. Zubie, what was the mustard too, Schoena? Like, I believe there was a complaint that the kitchen was not properly stocked and that you ran out of mustard, which I think he presented as unacceptable on the show.
This is getting in the Wayback Machine, by the way. This is, I think, one of the original Struddy's Worlds.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to ask a hypothetical question. If one of the two of you, Zubie and Shaugger, were going to go to the grocery store, you'd perhaps throw out a text to your significant other, hey, need anything? Jason Strudwick only buys 5 things from the grocery store. And it's because he gets points on a blue card that doesn't exist anymore. He buys mustard. Zip it. Strudwick, zip it.
Okay, go ahead.
Her turn, Struddy.
He buys mustard, toilet paper, lemon pepper. Every now and again, he'll mix in paper towels. And, are you ready for it? The shittiest cereal money can buy. That's what he buys. Like if you were to look and say, what is the worst possible cereal? Oh, I'll buy that one. No nutritional value, just awful. And he buys the most monstrosity sized box of them. and no one else will even look at them. That's all he buys at the grocery store. So he'll come in. Oh, and now this time of year, he buys 6 gallons of eggnog.
So good. So good.
What are we supposed to guess
Oh,
the
good.
cereal? Because I want to know. Is it Sugar Smacks or
No,
No,
it's healthy.
it's-
Health nut.
It's not healthy.
Mark
You know what?
Wahlberg
You were
eats it.
the ideal customer for bad marketing. Oh God. It claims to be healthy, but then if you actually look at its ingredients, it's like it's not even a sugar cereal. I think that would be better if he came home with like Honey Smacks or Fruit Loops or something like that. I think it would almost be better than what is coming into our pantry.
Let's skip ahead. Let's defend yourself when you decide to make homemade Mexican spice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was a big
Hold
one.
the flavor.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Hold
So
the
the other thing,
flavor.
Jason is one of the healthiest people I know. He's so healthy. He works out every morning, whether he's on 2 hours or 9 hours of sleep, but he was paid at one point to do that. So it's in him. I'll give him that. So I try to be healthy in other ways, maybe cut out the sodium as much as we can as we are getting older, and maybe some of the like ingredients that wouldn't be all natural, like artificial, those kind of things. So we ran out of the old El Paso yellow packet that has 2,739 grams of sodium in them.
Wish it had more.
So oh God. So sweet Lord. So I found a recipe on Pinterest and I made it. Everyone loved it except this guy. It was you and if he would have not seen all of my spices on the counter and known that I had like made this homemade, he never would have known. But he is like I can get in his head actually quite easily, and I was in his head that night because it wasn't Old El Paso. He wanted to like it, but he knew it was homemade. So he was trying to get a rise out of me, and I refused to let him.
It's like ordering a Caesar salad and say, hold the Caesar. That's what you did to my Taco Tuesday. Ruined
Well,
it.
I'm also trying to save you from having cankles.
I drink enough water, it
Sometimes-
flushes out.
I've heard
Oh,
some of your
boy.
tennis partners say some days you can't grip your tennis racket because
don't
your
worry about
fingers are so chubby.
I've got another
That's
tennis
salt.
game tomorrow. Someone's getting it tomorrow, I'll tell you that.
Zubie, was there one more on the list that we needed to make sure we got an explanation from Shauna on, or did we run the gamut there?
my
buddy?
guess is Shauna would like to give her side of the not paying the vet at the time of.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you get chewed on
You
for this
shared
one?
that story?
Oh yeah.
It's outrageous.
You doggy and dashed. You
Poor
dog and
Ruby.
dashed for the vet.
Ruby's face
Oh
is
my
at the
God.
counter of that vet. We're not allowed to go back. We're not allowed to go back because
Nothing is sacred.
Ruby.
But that's your insecurities. I walk back through those doors with my head held high because you know what? I own my mistakes instead of trying to bury them under your new fancy work chair there. So
Oh, you did get a new chair. Finally.
Yeah.
That last one was
Thanks for
terrible,
noticing.
Shauna. Yeah.
the other chair was terrible. Our dear friend Denise sent him to an actual proper chair store. But you know what? I think it's because one of us has a tendency to have a little bit more skin in the game on like the day-to-day parenting hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
And so I'm used to just ticking a box. I get the said kid or pet to wherever they need. I check that box. They've been looked after. Great.
Love it.
And so I'm used to just, you don't typically pay when you go to a doctor or an appointment with the kids or what, if you drop them off at a sporting event, you're not paying. So I was a little bit frazzled. I got in the car, I drove home, and as I pulled in the driveway, I realized it. So I phoned right away and I said, "Hey, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to pay. I'm so sorry." And what's so nice is the lady there said, "Oh my gosh, believe it or not, it actually happens way more than you'd guess."
Mhm.
So I said, "I've just got two
She's just
kids
saying
to pick
that.
up from school." She's not just saying that.
He left
She
all this
also
out.
is being honest.
He left all this out. when he told the story. He didn't say any of
Of
this
course
when he
he
told us
did.
the story.
Of course he did, because he wants to shine bright like a diamond. And you know what? I'm sorry, he's not.
Yeah. So just so
So
you know, so to even this
go
out,
on.
I've got to perform at their clinic's Christmas party. So I'm like
Now-
a meet and greet and a
okay.
two-way petting zoo. So I've got my hands full. Thanks to you.
That's what you had to do so they wouldn't press charges.
Yeah. So
It's-
poor Ruby can go back. That's
You
what
know
I'm
what?
not doing it
It-
for you. I'm doing it for our dog Ruby.
Oh my God, a two-way petting zoo. Oh boy.
Two-way, I know.
Wow.
So, Shauna, it's nonstop. Like, I got to start writing these down. I can only imagine. I'll make you a deal. I'll start writing them down on the show. You start writing them down in real life. We'll compare notes and we'll do a full segment on Struddyisms.
Yes, I'll just text you. I'll text you and
Yeah,
say
every
he
time.
thinks he's going to organize the two-way petting zoo again. It's not
Yeah.
happening. His ego once again has overcome him.
Just
This was
spice up our Mexican night. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
we
going to
needed
spice
this.
up your Mexican night. Don't you
Homemade.
worry. You're going to be sitting on the toilet
Homemade.
flaming. Don't you
I'll take
worry.
it. It'd be better than that bland
Message
stuff you cranked
received,
out.
buddy.
Oh, we
That's like
needed
ordering
this so
cheese
much.
pizza.
There
Shauna,
are
you know-
a few people on the stream would like a pillow update as well. Is he
Oh,
still
okay.
using
Now, real
the
quick,
pillows that
pillow
we...
update, Shauna?
I bought him new pillows because I refuse to have those mangy things lying on the same sacred sleep space that I have. So he got new pillows. Those, I think I did mention that I tried to take them down to the eco station and they wouldn't even have them. They said,
right.
that's a hard no. You're going to have to
Those
burn
are
those.
pillows.
Those weren't pillows. Has he written
Yeah.
his name on the new
Those
ones
are
yet?
great.
No, I won't let him because now I've bought those. I have the washable cover that prevents them from being stained sweat stained, and then a pillowcase over that. So I've got them double layered. I did find a gentleman out in Wetaskiwin to burn the other ones. I paid him handsomely, but
She doesn't
they
know,
are
but
gone.
I took those covers off. I don't use a cover when I sleep. I'm going
You've
bareback
never
when it
changed
comes-
the sheets
when it comes
once
to
in
my pillow. I'm
24
going
years.
bareback.
Beat it. Oh my God.
So, knowing you were coming on tonight, I asked Zubie to put together a special theme music for Shauna's World. So, Zubie, I don't know if you managed to get to that or not, but I tasked you with coming up with an intro for Shauna's World. I know you're a bit of an AI expert, so how did that go?
Well, I have to tell a quick story, as quick as I can, the story of this, which is that I wrote a prompt. I was going to, sometimes I kind of co-write the song with AI. So I wrote a prompt saying, this is what I want the theme to a segment called Shauna's World to sound like. And then when I pasted it into the AI thing where it said, put your lyrics or prompt here, I thought it would be pretty clear that that was my prompt. But instead, it made a song with my prompt as the lyrics. And it's so, I was crying laughing. I was laughing
Read it
so
to us
hard.
first?
No, I don't
You
think
wanna
I should. Do you think
Just
I
play
should?
it? Okay, your call. It got
Hopefully
messy.
everyone will be able well, I don't know. Do you think it's funnier if I read? I was laughing
I don't
so
know.
hard my wife thought I was dying down here. It's the hardest I've laughed.
Yeah,
probably
read it. Just read it to us really quick.
Okay.
And then we'll know what to listen for.
Okay,
What did you put in?
Did I text it to you? Oh yeah, here it is. So this is what I wrote. Write a short theme song to a podcast segment called Shauna's World. It should be 30 seconds in length. The gist of the lyrics would be that she lives with her lovable lunkhead husband, a former NHL hockey player. And I want to just say, I don't think of Struddy as a lunkhead. I was going for
Just read it.
80s,
No coaching it. You
80s
said it.
TV sitcom vibe. So that's why I said that. Some references to include would be that he has previously accused her of not keeping enough mustard on hand in the house, throwing out his perfectly good underwear and without replacing it, and replacing his favorite taco seasoning with a bland homemade version. So those are the lyrics of the song. So now I'll play this for you. It's, to me, the funniest thing I've ever.
So you
And
were
I said-
hoping it would be creative and come up with just those points, but in a greater song. And instead it took you literally. All right, let's hear
I
it.
thought it was going to make lyrics and it just used them as the lyrics. We'll see if anybody else thinks this is funny.
AI fail.
And I said I want it to be 80s sitcom theme style. So here we go.
Write a short theme song to a podcast segment called Schoona's World. It should be 30 seconds in length. The gist of the lyrics would be that she lives with a lovable uncat husband, a mustard on hand in the house, throwing out his perfectly good underwear without replacing it, and replacing his favorite tackle seasoning with the bland homemade version.
Oh my God. Schoona's World. Brought to you by Shandos Develop. Schoona's World, everybody. Oh, what an
Oh my
AI
God,
show.
that's amazing.
That was classic. Well, Schoena, you've made our night. You've brightened our show, and you are welcome
Schoena.
back anytime you feel you need to have your say, my dear.
Wow. I know I'm going to have to, I have to say one of your sponsors works out with me at the gym, Harmon, and
Oh no!
Oh,
Somebody,
She's gone. Way to make an exit, babe.
somebody might have phoned her. Maybe someone's watching and they phoned her or something, because you know what happens when Dregs, if he gets or Ray, I should say, gets a notification on his phone.
oh boy.
Oh,
there she
no,
is.
she's coming back.
sorry, that was just my Jason, and my oldest is on a bus on his way home from Winnipeg, and he needed his mother. So
Okay. So you were saying
anyways, so Harmon always gives me tidbits on what Jason has thrown me under the bus about. And it's actually so funny because oftentimes I'm up quite early in the mornings. And so I'm usually in bed by 9:30. And so he'll say, oh my gosh, he just roasted you. And he was telling me about the underwear. And then he was also the one who told me about the taco seasoning. And I came home and I said to Jason, I feel so violated that you're sharing my like homemade taco seasoning. So I now can tell Harmon that I'm going to be able to like stand up for myself more often. When he
Oh, yeah.
shares something with me, I'll text you, Ryan, and just say,
Oh,
he's so
100%.
offsides here.
No, because I am your conduit to getting back at him for anything you want. Because I don't know if you know this or not, I'm a bit of a punching bag for this donkey
What?
on this show.
No.
Like, he's pretty tough on me. So anytime I can
dang.
use you for revenge,
Yeah, I
Schoena,
got you.
I'm good for it. Yeah,
Shaugger, I got you. I got you.
right on. Okay. By the way,
appreciate
Ladi,
Yeah. Oh no.
Ladi sent a smile and a wink. By the way, Ladislav Smid to you. He
Oh,
sent that to you.
Schmieder.
The best guy.
He
The
knows
best guy.
he knows this duel all too well.
He's had some good times with us.
All right.
I love it. Well, thanks, babe, and you can go pick up Kane in the middle of the night. You've earned it. After
Yeah,
this.
you know what I was hoping? That's what's new. You need your beauty sleep.
I do. I'm
Thanks,
not
Shona.
aging
Yeah.
slowly
Oh,
for no
believe
reason.
me, I know you do. Okay. Some of us age better than others. Ciao,
Yeah.
guys.
You and Ladi.
See you, Shona.
right.
Wonderful job. Wonderful job. The light of the rest of our lives tonight, for sure. This is going to be the subject of our DeBoer's Golf Shop and Fitting Center YouTube poll tonight as well. Everything that you have just heard, everything that you have just seen. And it's brought to you by DeBoer's Golf Shop and Fitting Center. Score 50% off clothing and footwear, 25 to 50% off bags, save $10 a dozen on Callaway Chrome balls, and grab selected brand name wedges for just $99. These deals and more all month long. 5311 99th Street here in Edmonton. Simple poll tonight, Zubie. We had to put it to the people.
Yeah, the poll tonight is who won the Strudwick SmackDown, Shona or Jason? And this is going to be the real true test of Struddy's like poll dominance on this show. That'll be very interesting. Shona out to a comfortable but early lead. Things can change.
Not surprised. Ladies first. I get it. I won't be hurt, everybody.
All right. Well, you get center stage now, buddy. That was a lot of listening for you. I know that's tough, but you get center stage in Struddy's World. Go ahead and roll that animation there, Zubie. Time for Struddy's World.
When you make a mistake, heads should roll. It's not right. And I'm here. Someone has to put their foot down. Now that I say it out loud, it does sound a little crazy.
Gotta look good.
Yes, it is time for Struddy's World, brought to you by DLR Vinyl Products, Alberta's leading supplier of vinyl products, offering premium materials for fences. Whether you're looking for a professional contractor or planning to tackle the project yourself, you've got the resources and expertise to help you out at DLR. Canadian-owned and operated, locations in Calgary and Edmonton. Check them out online at dlrvinylproducts.ca. Big guy.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about our boy Alex Regula, I should say, and just the way he's been playing. Now, good start to the year, got away from it a little bit. I think his last game was really good, but he got into a fight in there. And I was looking back over his stats over his since he's come up here, and he's not really a fighter. But I keep thinking that there's a way for him to add to his game and maybe get out of his comfort zone. And fighting doesn't necessarily have to be one. But I'd like to see him play with a little bit more of an edge. He's a big guy. He skates pretty well. He's got the long reach. He can hit a few guys and be a little more physical and make people want to respond to him. And I think that's a way of just adding another element to his game. Yeah, he moves the puck pretty well. He's been taken off the chin, though, like I said, for the last month or so. But, if I was in that dressing room, I'd say, buddy, get uncomfortable. Start being a little more physical. Add a little that element to your game. And that'll help him stay in the lineup, stay in the NHL, more importantly, and then kind of work his way up if that's possible. So, it's funny. You guys see a guy fight that you never think is going to fight in the NHL, and he did okay. Like, it doesn't really matter how you do, honestly, especially looking around the league now. There's no one that you're scared of, especially when you're that big. So was impressed. I've been thinking a lot about him, and that'd be my advice if I was his, I guess his advisor, agent, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah, interesting point, Struds. Here's the thing. I asked some people that were more familiar with his game, and I was told, despite the fact that he's a big guy, you'll probably find yourself wanting on the physicality front, right?
Yeah.
That's just not in his game. It's not who he is. It's not in his game. And so you're going to find yourself wanting. I might suggest to you that, we saw him go after some bigger hits a couple of times in an intense game. We see him drop the gloves and fight. I feel like he's making an effort to do that. You know what I mean? He's already stepping outside of that comfort zone a little bit from what I think probably comes more natural to his base game.
But you know what, Shaugger? You don't change this overnight. Like, people say, why don't they just go and hit everything? Well, it's not in your natural way of doing things. But what you can do is continue to add it. Brick by brick, you build it. And it might take a year, but who cares? If you want to play in the NHL for 10 years, that's a worthwhile investment. And it starts in practice, being a little bit heavier handed with guys. It starts, everywhere you go, watching video work. Where was an opportunity to hit someone?
Yeah, I mean, he got up from that fight and it was it was frenetic. He was all over the place. It wasn't pretty. To your point, it doesn't matter. He was willing to do it. He got in there. He engaged in the game. And I just wonder what that looks like for him moving forward. If you maybe stand a little taller, walk a little taller in your next few games and just you're in the fight, not trying to avoid it. And I'm not saying he was trying to avoid it before, but I just think there's value in getting into it, Struds, and just realizing okay, you can do that. You're not going to get hurt, hopefully, and you can do that. You can be in the fight.
There isn't a big difference between 4 and 8 fights, but there's a massive difference from 0 to 4. And for someone trying to establish himself, I don't see him as a top 4 D-man, maybe ever, but he can be as 5 or 6. That's a pretty good place to be. And 4 fights, that might be the difference between you and someone else.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, a couple of housekeeping notes. We went super long with Ladi because he was amazing. We went long with Schoena because she's fantastic. So we got to take care of some housekeeping. But a few key elements we want to dial in here and some numbers involved with that. Let's get to crunching the numbers, brought to you by McDonald's. To the ones who always ask for extra pickles, this one's for you. The Triple Pickle McCrispy, made with 100% Canadian raised seasoned chicken. Topped with shredded lettuce, crispy fried pickles, classic tangy pickles, savory dill pickle sauce, and served on a soft potato bun for a limited time only at participating McDonald's restaurants here in Canada. Once again, courtesy of our friends at Sport Logic. This was before tonight's action, Struds. We've been hammering down a lot on the need for improvement on the defensive side of the puck, and we'll go to the board here with some of the league standings, courtesy Sport Logic, and where the Oilers sit in a few key metrics. Okay. All right, Zubie. Sorry, buddy. I should have communicated things a little bit better. So This is a little bit of a convoluted board. What I want you to focus on is the bottom row. The very bottom row. Yeah, nice soup. No, actually, I need the top back because it has the column titles. So that's okay. Just leave it like this.
All
This was my bad. So the bottom row is the Edmonton Oilers, Struds. And then you can see goals against 31st. XG is expected goals, 32nd. Shot attempts, 26th. Shots, 24th. That's shots against. Slot shots against, 30. Like, Struds, these are concerning. And again, that bottom row is the Oilers. Sorry about that, Zubie. That's my fault.
So when I look at this, it reinforces what I've been talking about, and to use the word some goalie coaches, like the environment in front of them, the goalies for the Oilers have been really poor. And how do you judge someone based on that? And you go back to last game, it was a lot cleaner, a lot tighter. And these guys have had way better numbers than this. Like, this is so far out of character. Now, I wonder if they can start pulling out of this, right? Can they take the next, I don't know, I'm going to call 50 games, whatever's left, and 55 games, and kind of find their way out? They're not going to get out of last. There's no way. But can you get to the middle of the pack? Because that'd show a massive improvement.
Yeah, so 26 games or whatever it is in, Struds, it's going to take a little while to start seeing those numbers move, right? Like, they're going to have to be quite a bit better for those to start coming around because we're over a quarter into the season here. So, I mean, I guess you set a goal by the end of December for those to be noticeably better.
Well, I think what you do is you just say, let's just look at December. Like, you can't even look back because there's no way you're getting to the first. There's no way. You'd be lucky to get to midway. So you have to just say, we want to be better in December, February. Let's just judge on, 6-game strips even. Let's start last game. And I don't know where that all fits in, but last game for the next 5 home games, whatever our defensive metrics there. So, and then you start building momentum that way. You can't, if you look to try to bring that down, that's impossible. It's like taking your average from 30 all the way up to 100. You're not going to do it. It's not going to happen.
So how optimistic are you, Oiler fan, and Jason, about the Oilers' ability to turn this thing around really meaningfully and get right back on track and be one of the better teams out there? That's part of our storyline that we have put out over at Play Alberta today. An interesting line wrapped up in a story that we think is notable in the moment. So we're going to get to that in a second. Our storyline's brought to you by Play Alberta. Casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province. There's never been a better time to sign up. Right now you can score a $50 free bet when you make a minimum $50 deposit using the code GYB50. That's code GYB50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today and find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Zubie, sometimes we do like bets for that game that night. This one is a little bit longer term. If people want to go check us out on the Play Alberta app or on the Play Alberta website, you can get in on this line. But we took a more optimistic approach to this line, Zubie.
Yeah, we took the Oilers to win the Pacific Division, finish in first place in the regular season. They're only 4 points out. It's been, we all know the start they've had here. And they're only 4 points out, and Play Alberta boosted the odds there to us to a 5.0, so 5-1 basically, for the Oilers to win the division. And I don't know how, it's not with that. It's completely within reach, right?
It is. And, and you're looking at some of the top teams in this division. I'm going to highlight, I guess I'll start with the Ducks who are leading it. They have one deep pairing that's really going. After that, it's not great. They can score. I think I'm worried about their defending. The Kings, I don't believe in what they're doing coaching wise. And Vegas, I think they're kind of in a similar spot as the Oilers. So the Oilers they could be at or above everyone by Christmas if they play the way they need to. And I think this next 5-game stretch is really important.
Yeah, I was kind of interested in that one. When I saw the odds they boosted it to, Zubie, I kind of went, oh, okay. I mean, the fact that they're only, we'll see, the standings might change a bit tonight, but this heading into action, 4 points out. I was interested in that line. I thought that was pretty notable. So again, you can go over to playalberta.ca. They've actually got a spot where GYB is right on there, and you can check out all the different lines and such. That is our storyline brought to you by Play Alberta. Okay, that was a long segment. We're going to take a break. We haven't forgotten about brownie points. Struddy's stepping in to award some brownie points. No, you cannot take any away from me. Give any to yourself. You can take some of Randine's away if you want. That's the only power that I'm going to grant you on tonight's show with brownie points, Struds.
We better take a longer break then, because most of them are either you or me. So
He's going to have to rewrite.
All right. Lots ahead here on Got Your Back, presented by Timber Hoss. We'll be right back.
So at Timber Hoss, our guiding philosophy is naturally inspired living. We believe that through design, we can solve problems and enhance people's lives. We follow biophilic design principles in all of our builds to incorporate natural materials, natural light, to enhance all the spaces in a home. When you have your space perfectly reflect who you are and what you value, and it's made well, we think that that just leads to better living.
Riverside Motorsports is your ultimate multi-brand dealer. With a massive lineup of motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, snow bikes, e-bikes, and snowmobiles, all under one roof. With Alberta's best selection, a huge parts and accessories inventory, and a fully certified service department, Riverside has everything you need to ride. Family owned and serving Edmonton for over 55 years, see what they have to offer in-store just off St. Albert Trail or online at riversidemotorsports.com.
We don't have brownie, but there will be brownie points tonight. Brought to you by Alberta Ram Dealers. Get 10 years of built-in confidence at your Alberta Ram dealer with Canada's best full-size truck, limited powertrain warranty. Every new 2026 Ram truck comes with a 10-year, 160,000-kilometer warranty. Check out your Ram dealer today. Struddy, I entrust you with the sacred responsibility of handing out tonight's brownie points.
Yeah, and I take this seriously. Tonight I've got a sack full of brownie points to hand out. I'll be like a drunk Jamie McLennan handing out shooters at the back bar at Barry Tees. So up first, 36 points for Brandon Hagel, who had, with 13 minutes left in the game versus the Rangers Saturday night, took a hard run at D-man Adam Fox and left Fox really shaken up. In fact, he left the game. He'll be out for a little bit. I'm not happy about the Fox issue and injury, but this hard type of play is what will get Hagel on Canada's Olympic team this year. You can write that one down. Number 2, 20 points for Tom Wilson, had 2 more goals for the Caps tonight. He will also be on Team Canada. That big body's done everything required to make the team. 10 points, that's right, 10 points for quarterback of the San Diego Chargers, or whatever team, whatever city they live in now, Justin Herbert. Chargers QB breaks his left hand, finishes the game, and gets the win. He'll also now have surgery tomorrow on his non-throwing hand and plans on playing next Monday. Insane how tough this guy is. And he's got great hair. And finally, 100 points. That's right, 100 points at the Brownies' big sack for everyone and anyone involved in the 2 Wicked movies. It is unreal. I've seen the Broadway show and I lived in New York and I loved it. I think I've saw it 3 or 4 times. The musical is incredible. The movies did not disappoint. Sometimes they do. Ariana Grande was unreal. If you're looking for a date night with your special someone, go and see it. It is elite. The music's great. You will not be disappointed. And those, my friends, as Brownie would say, are my brownie points for tonight.
I like it. So you've obviously done the Wicked stuff in your house, Zubie, with the kiddos?
You know what? I have not. My kids and my wife watched the first one, and I was away. I think I haven't seen either of them. I'd like to. I think we might revisit it now that the second one's out. I'd like to watch the first one.
Yeah, me either. But it's not really for any specific reason. But that recommendation, Struds, might push me towards it. And my stepdaughters and my wife will be thrilled if I say I'm ready for Wicked, because they love having it on. It's on all the time at the house. So the Struddy thumbs up, hey, for the musical.
So good. Yeah, my mom and dad, my sister and my daughter and my wife, we all went today. And it was incredible. I just absolutely loved it. And I like, to be completely fair, I loved the musical. It probably is my favorite musical of all time, and I've seen a lot. It was amazing.
Those are really solid brownie points. I think he would be fine with the way that went. I do want to say, recommendation wise, I was just trying to remember the name of it. That's why I sort of lost my train of thought there. Randine and I just watched a show, new on Netflix, Claire Danes. It's called The Beast in Me. And really good. 8-part special series.
8-part?
Yeah, it's 8 episodes long, but pretty good. And a good one to watch, watches couples. Like it's kind of one of those thriller types. I think they did a really good job of that. So a little recommendation, little bonus recommendation there, Struddy, The Beast in Me, Claire Danes.
I have seen it. Yeah, it looks good. That might be on my to-do list here. Like I said, my oldest son isn't coming home till pretty late tonight. So old Uncle Struddy's probably going to tie into something show-wise, not drink-wise, just show-wise.
Quick update for you on the shower situation from last night, because I know people are on pins and needles wanting to know where that went. So we ended up late for dinner. Thanks, everybody, first of all, for that. Forcing me to have an unnecessary shower. We were late for our reservation. So there's that as a starting point. I had a quick rinse. I didn't wash my hair, but I had a quick rinse. Whatever. Bit of a complaint, though, and you guys tell me if this is reasonable or not. So Costco Murray is going to be the hero and says, no, I'll drive, right? You guys walk over. We're in the same call. You guys walk over and I'll drive. Okay, great. I believe that comes with a certain amount of responsibility if you're going to be the one that drives. We go over there, right? Standing in their foyer, quick little visit, go get in the car. It's like ice cold. Like maybe had been running for a minute or two at the most. It was cold in that car. And I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, if you're going to be the one that steps up to be the all drive guy, it is your responsibility to make sure, especially when you're going with the wives, we're always cold. You have to make sure that the car is warm enough. Then he doubles down on this mess, Struds. Tries the auto start from the table. Couple of minutes before we were ready to leave. Left it way too long for the drive home. We get out there. Auto start didn't even work. Ice cold car after a 90-minute dinner in minus 15-degree weather with our wives. This was in the same vicinity as Amber torching her happy birthday song. Am I wrong?
Yeah, Costco Phil is such a character. How far was the drive?
It's Murray. It's Murray. It was probably a 12-minute drive.
12 minutes? Jeez, where'd you guys go in Sherwood Park? Can't you hit everything within like 5 minutes?
Yeah. No, we were on the other side of town.
Wow. Jeez, I didn't think Kentucky Fried Chicken's that far away. But when you look at I do believe you should warm the car up. On a Saturday night, like if you're picking them up after work, no big deal. But on a Saturday night, warm that bad boy up, Philly.
Zubie?
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. We don't have to deal with that as much anymore. Living out here where it's a little bit warmer, we don't get too much sub-zero. But yeah, no, that's pretty bad. Especially if you're like, you called it, all drive. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah, I got it.
That's bad.
And then I didn't want to say, but maintenance light was on. There were some tire pressure issues. Something was blinking. I just was like, no. We got a lot going on here. We'll be driving next time, I think. Now, the only thing that made up for it is, we got into some deep conversation, life stuff, and I have to say Costco Murray brings wisdom like few others can. So he makes up for it in that way, but just certain responsibilities should not be left to him for the future. My mistake.
Drop the ball. What can you say?
Drop the ball.
Does Costco Murray ever say he brings the boom? Has he ever tried to get that guy's
no,
those other Costco guys steal their catchphrase? The Costco guys? You don't want to know them, but I think their popularity's already kind of petered out.
Yeah, I don't even know that campaign. I don't even know. Was that ever even a thing? Who has dinner at Costco for 90 minutes? No purrs. We didn't go to Costco for 90 minutes. Kayla Wheeler says the point of showering was to wash your hair, Shaugger. Don't even bother if you're not going to suds up the salad. I didn't think so. And then I was fine with a quick rinse. I smelled fine. I just think that was unnecessary and we didn't need to be late for dinner. Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take a couple laps around the league, see what else is going on, and we still have to get in our scoreboard as well. So a little bit still ahead here on the other. Oh, we don't have a break, do we, Zubie?
Yeah, we do.
Do we have one more?
You bet.
I've lost track. Go to break. We'll be right back.
Okay.
For over 60 years, Belvedere Golf and Country Club has delivered a high-quality membership experience to Edmonton and area. And now it's even better. Drainage and irrigation improvements in 2024 have taken course conditions to a new level. This commitment to long-term sustainability means exceptional playing conditions all season long. Belvedere's tee sheet availability is unmatched, so join now and experience golf the way it was meant to be played, on your schedule. Visit BelvedereGCC.com today.
Why would you? Nobody puts in wood windows or siding anymore, so why put in wood fences? Maintenance-free vinyl fence from DLR is backed by a lifetime warranty and will save you time. Weekends are for playing, not painting. Go vinyl at dlrvinylproducts.ca.
This is my favorite thing about the show this season. I know I talk about it all the time, but I gotta tell you, it's just such an energy boost, this retro theme. Welcome back to the show. Let's get to our scoreboard, brought to you by The Bridge Fit. If you've been putting off treatment, now's the time to book and make the most of your coverage before it renews in 2026. Year-end availability is filling up fast across all locations, so do not wait. They've got clinics in Edmonton, Sherwood Park, Lethbridge, and soon enough in St. Albert. The Bridge provides accessible team-based care across Alberta. Learn more at thebridge.fit. Struddy, what do we got for a scoreboard tonight? All finals, looks like.
Yeah, they're all done. 4 games and completed on this Sunday night. The Capitals, as I mentioned, Tommy Wilson getting a double header today. So 4-1, they beat the Islanders. The Caps only had 18 shots, Islanders 31. The Blackhawks take down the Ducks 5-3. In that game, you had Owen Zellweger getting his 5th local product here in Edmonton. And then obviously you had Connor Bedard getting his 15th and 16th goals of the year. Flames, man, good effort on the road. Hurricanes beat them 1-0. Shots 17-15.
Yeah.
Not super exciting. And finally, the Stars take it to the Senators big time. In this game, you had Jason Robertson getting a goal, and Wyatt Johnson, more importantly, had the hat trick for his 16th goal of the year. So a big beatdown by the Dallas Stars. They're rolling right now, guys.
Was this Brady Tkachuk coming back tonight, or did I miss a game that he'd already played?
I believe he played Friday.
Did he? So he was. I'm just looking at his minutes. He was 15 minutes tonight here too. 5 hits, -2. That is a beatdown by the Dallas Stars, who've done that a couple of times now to teams recently, north of the border, even here.
Yeah, they're playing pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that is our scoreboard, brought to you by The Bridge Sports Therapy and Training. We already did our Ask Us Anything segment, but we are going to take a couple of your questions. So if you have any, throw them in here, and we'll get to our Weish Johnson inbox in just a moment. But first, let's take a lap around the league, see what else is going on. And that is brought to you. Oh, boy. Everything's out of order today, Zubie. We're just a mess here in our order. Riverside Motorsports brings us Take a Lap. Family owned and operated, serving Edmonton and area for over 55 years, featuring top brands and bringing the best selection in Alberta. Big inventory of parts, accessories, recognized as the #1 KTM dealership in the country. Check them out at riversidemotorsports.com. Struds, what else we got for stories going on around the league?
Well, another injury situation. Logan Cooley, the leading scorer of the Utah Mammoth, had a pretty big scare against St. Louis Saturday night. Knee-on-knee collision. But it sounds like he's going to be okay. Avoid the worst. It sounds like it's week to week. That's of Sunday night. So if something changes tomorrow, but it sounds like it's going to be okay. The Chicago Blackhawks signed Laurent Brossoit. He hasn't played for 18 months. He's had a significant injury. He's back now. He's going down to the minors to play there. And according to Elliot Freeman, they're going to be looking for an opportunity. And he's looking at opportunity directly with teams to try to get moved. The problem is he makes $3.3 million, hasn't played for, like I said, 18 months. So this might be a tough one to move on from, because they've got their goalie set up. And then finally, another goalie rated, Carter Hart, who was not in the NHL for a number of months or for quite a while because of what happened with the Team Canada World Junior. He has been recalled and will most likely play Tuesday night as a netminder for the Vegas Golden Knights against the Chicago Blackhawks. So, his return is right around the corner for him, and his journey starts to rebuild his career and I guess, his off-ice reputation.
3 games played in the American Hockey League, 3.07 goals against average and an .839 save percentage, 9 goals against in those 3 starts. Brossoit is interesting, Struds. Like, there was a good goalie there for a little bit. And I know injuries really derailed him. He wouldn't give up on it. He kept grinding. He's working his way back. You know, in a town where people are always talking about goaltending options, I don't know that he fits the bill necessarily for what the Oilers are looking for here, but pretty good goaltender there that's shown he can definitely play in this league and, might present himself as an option for somebody if his play warrants it.
So I'm not an insider, and I don't want to present myself as that, but I wonder if that's not a Connor Ingram type situation as well. You know, they're looking to move a body out. They're highly motivated, I'm guessing, to do so because there's no one's going to take him on for $3.3 million. Let's just be honest. So I'm guessing at some point waivers might be an option. Then you can look at it. Maybe there's a trade to be made there. So let's see what happens. But that's like, you're not trading a draft pick for Lauren Brossoit. No disrespect to him, but he hasn't played for so long. And that contract doesn't, to me, justify any kind of trade.
All right, that's Taking a Lap, brought to you by Riverside Motorsports. We can never forget the relentless player, brought to you by UCAN Youth Services. Who is the one? I think Schoena maybe should be getting some votes on the old relentless player today. She came in and was scrappy. Came off the bench and was scrappy. If you need reliable entry-level staff, UCAN trains Edmonton youth with the skills and confidence to show up ready to work and to grow with your team. Learn more and make a change today at ucan.ca. Great charitable partner here on the podcast. Thrilled to be monthly donors over at UCAN and encourage you to do the same if you can. Struds, are you going to be humble enough to give it to Schoena, or are you going to go in a different direction here? What are you going to do?
No, I think both Ladi and Schoena definitely came and showed up. And for the most part, they both just kind of filled the jersey. Let's just be honest. I'm going to go with Cutter Gauthier. Cutter Gauthier, goal and assist tonight for Anaheim. 8 shots, 4 missed. Wow. This guy, I mean, if he was playing for Canada or if he was a Canadian, they'd be building or singing songs about this guy. Is he making a case for the U.S. Olympic team? I don't know if that's what Bill Guerin would say. He kind of talked a bit about the Pee-wee. This isn't a Pee-wee tryout where you take the best player who's playing the best. But man, he is building a resume and a case for future teams of international exposure, I guess, or games, whatever, competitions.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know. I think it's a bit of an overlook. I think either Ladi or Schoena definitely deserved it tonight, but that says a lot about you that you weren't able to look past that and push through that. Okay, Zubie, we got some questions coming in on the stream. I saw some of the conversation here on the stream. Let's wrap the YouTube poll here as well. But I have to say, there were a few people talking about the pod tonight, how much they were enjoying it. I think somebody actually stopped what they were doing at home and was sitting and watching. Sorry, the comments, they're up a little bit, so I can't necessarily find them. But I was scanning some of them, Zubie, and I have to say, I think it's so cool that people make us part of their night, right? There wasn't a game tonight. They're just hanging out at home. They're doing their own thing. They're living their lives, and they want us on their screen. They want us as part of their evening. That's really super cool. None of us take that for granted. We love that we're part of your night, and you're kind enough to put those comments in the stream, Zubie. Did you see those ones I talked about?
I did. Actually, just more recently here, we had Sherry Frazee jumping in saying, I jumped in on Schoena, ha ha ha, laughing, riding my moped, driving to work and laughing out loud. People watching me must have been looking at me like I was mad. Wish I could chat more often. Work, sad face. So she's at work now. So she was listening to that part. And there was, a lot of people said just how much they enjoyed coming in here to be a part of us. Well, there was a good one from the Blomsky. I forget. He said something about, I wish I could find. He said, people just not tuning in on a random Sunday. Little did they know. Oh, here it is. Blommer said, anyone who missed out on the November 30th, 2025 off-night pod missed a true experience.
They did. Let's get to a couple more comments brought to you by Weiss Johnson in our Weiss Johnson YouTube chat. Should you need a new furnace, heat pump, hot water tank, or garage heater, they're offering 24 months, no interest, equal payments, OAC to make your purchase easier heading into the Christmas season. Their family is helping your family. For nearly 50 years, they've been doing it. Visit WJ Jingle for exclusive Got Your Back specials. That is WJJingle.com. Zubie, Jingle. All right, buddy. Why don't we get to a couple of these quick, and then we'll wrap with our play of the day.
Sure. A couple of other comments around Schoena's appearance specifically. People wondering why, if it's just the underwear, why Struddy keeps going to the Marky Mark references. Somebody asked, what did he say here? Blommer said Struddy thinks he has good vibrations. Matthew Hyman says, does Struddy have a brother that was in New Kids on the Block? Guessing is easy said, I think Struddy will mop the floor with Marky Mark, but the body of Mark is something to look at. Jason has a long way to go to get there. Is it just the underwear that's making this Marky Mark
You
connection
talk about
here,
him
Struddy?
a lot. You talk about him a fair amount.
There was a time where he was the face of Calvin Klein underwear. And then little did you know, I was like the back of it, right? So I was there. I was quietly supporting the brand. So that's why, because he was the face of it. He was associated with that line of underwear.
We still never. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Zubie. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we still never got an answer. People want to know the cereal. I still don't know. Polly said Cocoa Puffs.
No.
Ace is betting on honeycomb.
Harvest Crunch, Choice of Champions. It's so good. Harvest Honey
Quaker Harvest Crunch?
So good. So good. Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, I don't mind Quaker Harvest Crunch, actually.
So
I'll eat that stuff. I'm not with Shona on that one. I'm with you on that one, Struds.
Me too.
It's hearty,
and
it's
most people
filling.
are.
Yeah.
She wants something with no taste, like plain vanilla yogurt that's warm. Like it's just
Stays crisp too. It stays crisp. It doesn't get
stays hard the
super
whole time.
cold milk and Quaker Harvest Crunch. Really, really good. Milk's got to be really cold though.
And I understand that it's not it's granola. It like takes the appearance of being healthy. I understand it's not, but it's not worse than Cocoa Puffs or Fruit Loops or any of those other ones.
Yeah.
Kayla, our friend Kayla Wheathorn, celebrating a big Stars win tonight, says maybe 6 gallons of eggnog has something to do with the blown out underwear.
And there's nothing was blown out. She's exaggerating, right? I mean, she's the only person in this house that does, and we're lucky for that. For be good role models for our kids. It's only one parent that exaggerates.
Joe Dokes, our friend down in Florida, was speculating that perhaps the taco mix is actually a mix of plain and ruffled potato chips crumbled up together.
Same thing. Basically the same chip.
And I had one. I have to include this from Blommer because he said, Zubie, I'm a lifelong fan of mustard, and it is its own food group, so I feel for Struddy and those lyrics. As the song was playing, but I love this part, lifelong fan of mustard. I pulled that out. I said, Blommer, that should be on your tombstone. Could you imagine the people who walked by and wondered, really, that's the highlight of this guy's life. Here lies Matt Blom, lifelong fan of mustard.
Lifelong lover of mustard. What do you put on? What do you put mustard on that would surprise people, Struds?
Nothing, just sandwiches. That's it. That's all. But
that's it.
I like French's mustard. I don't want anything. I don't want, and I'll use a lot of no-name brands for sure. I have no issue with that. But I need French's mustard. It's quality produced. And Shona we didn't have it in the house, and she thought it was acceptable. Like, I'm sorry, babe, that is not acceptable. Like, jeez. So that's why I literally bring home all the time.
Blommer coming over the top saying, no kids, Zubie, no wife. Mustard is what I've got. Sherry Frazzy says, let's see the chair, Struddy. Show us the chair, buddy. Stand up. Show us what you got.
Yeah, so it's quite nice. Tight.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. Good lumbar support.
What kind of adjustability does it have? Does it lean back?
I'm embarrassed to say. It just basically you can move anything and everything. This thing it's like a computerized. It's pretty amazing, actually.
Nice.
All right. It is. Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, so
I'm going to say something. You're not going to like it. It's now I feel like it's too small. I can't. It looks like you have no chair. It looks like you're sitting on a bar stool to me. I can't see any of it.
I don't miss the big headrest. I don't miss that at all. All right. That was Ask Us Anything, number 2, brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Time to wrap the show with our play of the day, brought to you by Modern Measure. Holiday shopping doesn't have to be hard. Give the gift of looking sharp with a Modern Measure gift card. In Edmonton's Ice District, they're the leaders in made-to-measure style, from tuxes and custom denim, Buy a gift card now, get a bonus 10% extra. Committed to providing you with a 5-star experience with personal touch, attention to detail that will exceed your expectations. Visit modernmeasure.com. Went in for my first ever custom personal suit fitting. Looking forward to picking that beauty up. Real nice experience. They know what they're doing. They take great care of you. Highly recommend it over in Ice District. Struds, I'm going to come over the top a little bit here on Play of the Day if I can.
Let's do it. Go for it.
Listen, when we originally started Got Your Back, we weren't necessarily a post-game show. We were a little bit, couple episodes a week, lots of guests. And so we got to get lots of great Got Your Back stories from people because in the early days, we did more guest stuff. But we still love these stories. We still believe in the concept, and it means a lot to us. That story that Ladislav Smid shared with us today, Struddy, man, that people are going to hear that's going to help people that maybe are going through something similar. So that's why we love those stories, and we really appreciate Laddie for sharing that.
Yeah, I love it. Honestly, I can't say enough. He's one of the greatest humans. If you ever see him, walk by him, 2 things. You'll notice how fun he is, and 2, how much he swears. Like, I'm actually surprised how little he swore tonight. He swears every other word. So thank you, Laddie, for not swearing the whole time on our pod, because he does. He loves it.
That was amazing.
Shaugger came much closer to swearing on the pod than he did.
That's when she knows she's wrong. She gets frustrated.
She needs to know the rules of like live show. You know, there's certain fundamental rules about what you never, you know. Anyways, we were fine. Zubie is always ace on the controls, and he had her covered. But yeah, a bit of a trucker mouth there from Schoena, I've heard now and then. Struds the odd time, eh?
Heavy, yeah. We balance each other out, right? Classy and...
Yeah. All right, that'll be it. That wraps the show. Thank you, guys. Wonderful job tonight. Big thanks to Schoena. Big thanks to Ladislav Smid. And thank you so much for making us part of your Sunday night. We love the live audience. If you've downloaded us in podcast form, we appreciate you as well. A close second for Play of the Day was the AI disaster that was the Schoona's World theme song. So as we leave you tonight, we leave you Zubie's creation, the Schoona's World theme song. We'll talk after the game on Tuesday night, folks. Oilers versus Minnesota Wild. That's a big one, and we'll drop a pod then. Zubie, hit it. Schoona's World.
Schoona's World.
Write a short theme song to a podcast segment called Schoona's World. It should be 30 seconds in length. The gist of the lyrics would be that she lives with a lovable uncared husband, a former NHL hockey player. Some references to include would be that he has previously accused her of not keeping enough mustard on hand in the house, throwing out his perfectly good underwear without replacing it, and replacing his favorite tackle seasoning with the bland homemade version.